Mike Conley, Andre Miller.
Mike Conley, Andre Miller.
Mike Conley, Andre Miller.
Conley flashing in the 1-4 for Miller. Guarded by Danny Green. Conley levels
Miller on the drive.
Puts it up the floor. Andre Miller.
It's a second remaining.
On this episode of Basketball Now and Then, the greatest comparisons, we compare two timekeepers in a league obsessed with speed.
This player was a walking playbook, always a step ahead of opposing defenses.
Minnesota's offense breathes easier when he's on the floor and in control.
If precision and poise ever described a pair of point guards, it would be these two. We are ready to present to you Mike Conley Jr. and Andre Miller. I'm Uriah.
I'm Maurice.
I'm Lucas.
And we're here to talk basketball
now and then.
Okay, welcome back to this episode of Basketball Now and Then. Once again, to all of our followers, we're going through a little bit of a rebrand. So a few things are going to change for us, our social media handles, our website. But at the end of the day, we are still bringing you consistent comparison content that you will not find anywhere else. And today, we're going to give some shine on some point guards, a pair of point guards that may not have a ton of accolades, but in terms of their impact and longevity, we're going to give some shine to Mike Conley Jr. and Andre Miller. So I want to go to Lucas first, man. In your opinion, why are we comparing these two players?
Well, Uriah, let's first start with the high basketball IQ. Both guards built their careers on thinking the game at an elite level. They consistently make the right read rather than the flashy one, right? And then the other thing I want to talk about is probably the thing that these two are most known for, and probably why they didn't get that many awards during their careers, is their pass-first mentality, right? Miller and Conley are true floor generals, excelling in the pick-and-roll decision-making, racking up assists through timing and not just athleticism.
Yeah, pass-first point guards and the whole idea of having an elite IQ. I mean, we've all seen these players play no matter what team. Eastern Conference, Western Conference, they've bounced around the league with quite a few teams, but the one thing that you can expect from them is that high IQ decision-making, as well as knowing that, you know, they're not out to get their numbers. They're not trying to score 20 points per game. They're trying to get other guys involved. And I think that's what made them special. What about you, Maurice? Why are we comparing these players?
Neither player really relied on uber athleticism. Neither player relied on elite quickness. They both played at their own pace. They were deliberate and calculated. They used their bodies, they used angles and hesitation dribbles to really get defenders off balance. Because of this, they were also both crafty scorers. You know, you needed them to take over as the point guard or the floor general. They both can do it.
I always recall each player having a distinct shooting style. And I think that part of their game was always stood out to me.
Yeah. Especially with Andre Miller. He had like a little hitch in his jump shot.
Yeah, it was a hitchy jump shot.
Yeah, not much arc in his shot, but didn't he have like the best pump fake?
Oh,
Remember
yeah.
he would do his pump fakes?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I want to add to you guys the idea of good decision-making and really having low turnover, but yet high efficiency offensively. And they were both known for excellent high assist to turnover ratios. You could tell that they valued each possession, which is probably why any coach that they played for trusted them pretty much completely. And they weren't the type to kind of push it like a Jason Williams or a LaMelo Ball. If anything, they're kind of the opposite of those two players that I just mentioned. I want to mention calm leadership. They're passionate, but you don't ever really see them going out their way to do the Sam Cassell, juggling, you know what?
Yeah.
Like that wasn't their style. They're quiet, respected leaders, and they're led by example. Consistent night-to-night production. And the last thing we can all attest before we recorded, we're talking about how long these guys have played, and Conley's still playing. So if you look at how they pattern their game to not be so explosive, you can imagine that kind of saved their knees or, different parts of their lower extremities. So it helped them prolong their career, and it helped them transition smoothly into veteran roles. And we know that Conley is still in Minnesota, and he's going to lead them, along with obviously Anthony Edwards, to another postseason run. And I really hope, guys, that he at least reaches the finals.
Yeah,
They gotten close the last couple years. It's
Yeah.
going to be tougher this year than those other 2 years. I will say that.
It will be tough. The West is stacked. All right, so we just laid out all the reasons why we're comparing these players. Are you ready for this comparison?
I'm ready.
Let's
It's
get
ready.
it on.
First quarter. Background.
Okay, folks, it is time to talk about Money Mike, a.k.a. Mountain Mike, a.k.a. Bite?
Bite.
I don't know.
Yeah, Bite. I have no idea what that is.
That sounds like Bam Bam from like the Flintstones or something.
Before he got those nicknames, he was born Michael Alex Conley Jr. in Fayetteville, Arkansas, but he was raised in Indianapolis. Now, growing up, Conley had a front row seat to elite athleticism because, we all know, his father, Mike Conley Sr., was an Olympic gold medalist, a man who quite literally made a career out of flying. And while some kids growing up chasing cartoons or playground legends, young Mike was chasing footsteps, long, powerful, world-class footsteps, moving through gyms and tracks, absorbing the quiet discipline of his dad's routine. Mike Conley learned early that talent might open the door, but consistency is what keeps it from closing. Whether it was dribbling a basketball on the sidelines or watching his dad train with laser focus. Does anybody know who played on his AAU team as a kid?
Was this Greg Oden? No.
Yeah, Greg Oden's one.
Yeah, Greg Oden.
I didn't hear anything
Let's
about this
see.
one.
Yeah, no, it was in the same Kevin Durant?
No, not KD.
No, that's a couple years apart.
No, only 1 year apart. They got drafted 1 year apart. That's not a couple of years apart. Oh gosh, Greg Oden. Was it the same draft class?
One guy just got released by the Sixers or traded, I don't know, really old player.
Oh, Eric Gordon?
Eric Gordon's another.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
random.
yeah.
Let me see. I don't remember who else.
I'll just give it to you because you'll never
I
get
know
it.
that's why him and Greg Oden went to Daquan Cook.
Good late minute grab, Daquan Cook. Did you just look that up?
Yeah. Okay.
You did look it up.
No, I didn't. No,
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. No, your audio went out a second on my
Yeah,
end, and I
it's
couldn't hear you.
Daquan Cook
Daquan
was
Cook,
the
yeah.
third. Yep.
Yeah, because he went to Ohio State as well, right?
And I believe so. And the fourth was Josh McRoberts. Now, balancing multiple sports, Conley developed into a well-rounded athlete, his quickness and control beginning to stand out. While other kids relied on raw energy, he played with a kind of calm, almost like the game slowed down just for him. In an interview, he recalls his AAU experience and said, quote, "We got the job done on the court, but off the court, we were reserved and easy to get along with, which made it easy for us to gel during games. Nobody cared who scored or who got credit." So his dad coached AAU. How do you think Mike Conley felt about his dad being his coach?
I don't know. That's a tough one. Some kids love it. Some kids hate it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe they don't want his father around all the time.
I
Want a
mean,
little separation. I don't know.
Well, I have a quote. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
yes.
So here's what Mike Conley said about his dad coaching him. He said, quote, "Sometimes it was frustrating playing for my dad because I wanted to make him proud. There were times when my teammates would rag on me when my dad disciplined me. There were some games where I just was not playing as hard as I should have. I'd get a little lazy and just wouldn't be into it. My dad would come down hard on me. He'd take me out of the game for 2 quarters.
Oh.
So growing up in Indianapolis, he eventually attended Lawrence North High School, where he played alongside, like Lucas said, NBA star Greg Oden. Together, they dominated, winning 3 state championships and building a powerhouse program. But even in those early years, Mike Conley wasn't always the headline, yet he was the engine. steady, composed, and quietly in control. You guys want to hear a quick quote from his high school coach?
Yes.
So this is related to the advice that his coach gave Greg Oden, but it does relate to Mike Conley. Here's what he said. Greg had a wonderful life playing with Conley. He probably shot 86% in high school because Mike would just throw him the ball 2 inches from the rim, and all he had to do was catch it and dunk. He fed him in stride. It's hard for a big man to find somebody that will take care of him that way. Every guard wants to score 30 a game. Conley never did. Think about that. Your coach admires your game so much that he advised another player to play with you.
Yeah.
That's pretty special.
And you got to think at the time, this is like the mid 2000s. This is peak Iverson. This is Kobe Bryant. This is Dwayne Wade.
Yep.
This is Chris Paul. Mike Conley went against the grain in his play style against all the quote unquote best players of that time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He was past first point guard, to your point.
Mhm.
So, and threading through it all was his upbringing, structured, grounded, and guided by a father who had already reached the pinnacle. Not with pressure, but with presence. Not forcing the path, but illuminating it. Because for Mike Conley Jr., childhood was not just about growing up. It was about growing into something. Quietly, steadily, like a point guard, learning to orchestrate long before the crowd ever noticed. So, Maurice, anything stand out to you about Mike Conley growing up?
Just playing with his father. I mean, obviously, when
Yeah.
you have a world-class athlete as your father and he's teaching you the game of basketball. I mean, even with the heckling and sometimes maybe bullying or whatever from his teammates, it's just an amazing feeling that, first of all, you have the love of your father there. He's teaching
Mhm.
you basketball. He's trying to propel you to the highest ceiling you can go, as far as you can
Yeah.
go to. It has to be a really special feeling for Mike Conley Jr. to have that in his life, and it led to a really, really good, if not a Hall of Fame career.
Absolutely. Lucas, what stands out to you?
I mean, you look back at it, and this is the kind of thing that I've noticed while doing these episodes over the past 3 years, is that you didn't see players whose fathers were great athletes. Not really. I mean, obviously, Pete Maravich being like the lone exception that I can really think of. But most players, they're like in quote unquote great. Their fathers were great athletes that came before them, either playing in the NBA or other sports. Didn't happen until the late 90s to 2000s. That didn't start happening in the NBA until that time. Now, for whatever reason, I could not tell you, but that's when we started seeing that trend, right? We saw it with Kobe Bryant first, and then we saw it with other guys. Now we're in this generation where we're talking
Mhm.
about Cam Boozer, Carlos's dad, who stopped playing 10 years ago.
Mhm.
I mean, we were all adults at that point, and it's interesting. And now,
Yeah.
like with Conley, like I remember that draft. I was going into it was between my freshman and sophomore year of high school, and he's still playing. That's
Yeah.
nuts.
Having a father that knows how to maintain your body in terms of health, I think that might have lent
Really?
itself to Mike Conley and just making good decisions and maybe not overextending his play on the court, diving for every loose ball and things like that. So, but let's go to his college career because he had a pretty outstanding career considering who he was playing with. And he went to Ohio State. Sure, you guys remember that run.
Oh yeah.
And he arrived with expectations, yet he didn't necessarily arrive with the spotlight on him because even then, the noise followed someone else. We know that Greg Oden attended Ohio State with him. So he entered a system where the attention naturally gravitated towards size and towards the paint. And yet, while the crowd looked inside, Conley began quietly controlling everything on the outside. First over-under of the day. Over-under, how many points per game did he average during his only year at Ohio State? Did Mike Conley average over-under 14 points a game?
Oh gosh, I was gonna. Is equal to an answer? Because I was gonna say 14.
Sure.
I'm gonna say equal to.
Ooh.
Okay.
He was not a high scorer in college.
No, he wasn't.
Okay.
No, he wasn't. I was thinking like 15, 16. So with that, I'm going to go over.
Actually, I'm going to say over 2, but I think it's like 14.5. I think your eye is trying to get us. No?
No. The answer
Really?
was, surprisingly, he only averaged 11 points per game.
Wow. How many assists?
Well, I was going to ask you next. Over under 5 assists.
Over.
Oh, it's over.
Yeah.
I swear if it's below.
You sure?
He was throwing it up to Greg Oden and Daquan Cook. It has to be. No, he's trying to trick us.
It's
Maurice.
over.
Don't.
You guys are correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was like 6 or 7, right?
You're trying to put some doubt out there.
6 game. Yep.
Yeah.
Always trying to throw you off. All right, so pushing the tempo, threading passes through tight seams, and defending with relentless energy, Mike Conley became the connective tissue of a team built to contend. And it wasn't loud. It was precise. Game by game, possession by possession. He showed that leadership doesn't always shout. It often whispers, making the right play at the right time. Conley emerged not just as a compliment to Oden, but a force in his own right. Then came March. You guys remember that 2007 tournament run for them?
You're asking me for something 19 years ago. Vaguely.
I remember that.
Okay.
I vaguely.
Well, the hype surrounding Oden itself should resonate.
Well, yeah, the
with
hype
you.
around Oden. They didn't make a super deep run, though, did they?
Oh, they did. Sit back and relax, sir. Here it is.
All right.
The pressure thickened in the 2007 tournament run, but Mike Conley seemed to thin it out, playing some of his best basketball when it mattered most. Guiding Ohio State through the NCAA tournament, he elevated his play, attacking the rim, controlling the pace, and defending like every possession carried weight. By the time the Buckeyes reached the national championship game, Conley had transformed from the other guy into something much more essential. Though Ohio State fell to the University of Florida, the journey had already reshaped his trajectory. And then, guys, just like that, he was gone. Conley left college the same way that he played, efficiently, effectively, and without any noise. A single year, but one that echoed far beyond its length. He ended up being chosen in the first round by the Memphis Grizzlies.
With the 4th pick in the 2007 NBA Draft, the Memphis Grizzlies select Michael Conley from Ohio State University.
Well, it's a pretty special championship Monday in college basketball 2.5 months ago. 3 of the first 4 players in the 2007 NBA Draft played in that NCAA title game. And Michael Conley Jr., the point guard from Ohio State, makes it 3 freshmen taken in the first 4 picks of the draft. All Big Ten, most outstanding player of the regional that got Ohio State to the Final Four. And his dad, Mike Conley Sr., now age 44, Olympic gold medalist multiple times in the triple jump. He won the gold in '92, Jay.
You know, I think this is a great pick. I think he's the best point guard prospect in this draft by far. He's explosive. He is not a good athlete. He's a great athlete, and he picks his spots very, very well.
Lucas, anything stand out to you about Mike Conley at Ohio State?
Well, let's talk about that draft. There's 3 players left from that draft.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kevin Durant, Al Horford,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
and Mike Conley.
And
And there were some other really good names in this draft, too. Let's not sleep on. This was actually a low-key good draft despite Greg Oden's injury history, kind of marring this draft. You obviously have KD, Al Horford, Mike Conley, Jeff Green, which actually that's
still in the
4.
league.
Jeff
Yeah.
is still playing.
Yeah, Jeff Green. So that's 4 now, right? Corey Brewer, Joakim Noah, Spencer Hawes, Thad Young.
That youngest? I think he's retired.
Yep. Yeah, he's retired now. Rodney Stuckey, Al Thornton, Nick Young, Marco Bellinelli, Daquan Cook, we talked about, Jared Dudley, who's now an assistant coach in the NBA, Wilson Chandler, Rudy Fernandez, Aaron Aflalo, Carl Landry, Glenn Big Baby Davis, Josh McRoberts.
Okay.
This was low-key a pretty good draft, actually.
Yeah.
By far, like the clip said, the best point guard out of this draft. I do remember that Ohio State team and Mike Conley and Greg Oden. It kind of, sort of gave you Shaq Kobe vibes. But
I wonder if he would have gone to Portland.
I mean,
it would have been different.
Yeah, maybe things are different, but that's what it could have. When you see a point guard that excels with a good big man in college, you know that can translate to the NBA. And Mike Conley, he's had success with big men, good big men, whether it's Memphis or Minnesota or any other stop. So
Utah.
Yeah.
Utah. Okay, so that wraps up Mike Conley's side of the comparison. Let's go to the other side and talk about Andre Miller. We'll be right back after this message about our affiliate partnership. Today's episode of Basketball Now and Then is brought to you by the official NBA store. If you're a real hooper or just a fan of the game, this is the place to get your gear. Jerseys, hats, throwbacks, you name it, they've got it. Whether you're rocking with today's stars or repping the legends that we talk about on this show, the NBA store has you covered. Want to support the podcast? Hit the link in our description and shop through our affiliate page. Every purchase helps us keep bringing you the best NBA comparisons and content. Level up your game day fit only at the NBA store. Now, back to the show. All right, it's time to talk about the professor. But before he got that nickname, he was born Andre Lloyd Miller in Los Angeles, California. According to an OregonLive.com article, he was raised by a single mom and had to grow up fast, taking the bus through Compton and Watts as a 6-year-old.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Now, before stepping into high school basketball, he was tagging along with his cousins to what they called the Midnight League games, which were designed to keep young men away from gang activity. Now, when he was old enough, he played in the parks and rec leagues, and he had this to say about how rough it was in those games. Quote, "Yeah, a lot of fighting. That was just part of the game. Fights would break out while the game was going on, and then it would just be fighting," Miller said. They would cancel the game and then just come back the next day and fight some more. So it's pretty rough in the neck of the woods where he grew up. Now, imagine a young Andre, not the flashiest kid on the court, not the one chasing attention, but the one quietly figuring things out. While others relied on their speed and flair, he was learning the game like a puzzle, piecing it together possession by possession, moment by moment. And that patience, well, it actually became his superpower. Attending Verbum D High School in Los Angeles, a school with a rich basketball tradition, Andre Miller found himself in an environment that demanded toughness and discipline. Now, like Mike Conley, Andre Miller played multiple sports growing up. What other sport did he play in high school where he also won the MVP of that league? I'll go with Maurice first. What sport did he play?
Do we get options?
Nah, I'm going to just let you pick.
I'm just going to go with baseball.
Okay.
You know, I was thinking baseball, but you know what he really looks like? He looks like a tennis guy to me. I'm going to say tennis.
Okay.
Tennis.
Come on, 14 rings. Step your game up. He played football.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What position do you think he played?
QB.
Either QB or running back.
You got to pick one.
Running back.
All right, Lucas, this is for you.
Thank you.
He was quarterback.
Of course.
Point guard, quarterback. Come on,
quarterback.
dude.
Yeah.
Spreading the ball around.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Point guard. Quarterback. All right.
Get your act together.
So while he was not yet the polished floor general that we'd later see in the NBA, he was developing something deeper, a feel for the game that couldn't be taught, only sharpened through repetition and resilience. Now, there's something almost poetic about the way that Miller grew into his identity as a player. While many young athletes sprint toward the spotlight, he seemed to walk towards it, steady, unbothered, and always in control. Who wants to guess his signature move that he developed in high school that distinguished him from other point guards? I will give you 3 choices. A, he developed a fast break pull-up jumper. B, a post game. Or C, no-look pass. Lucas, pick one.
Ooh. I'm going to say the no-look pass.
I'm not going to go with no-look pass. We just did an episode on Bob Cousy. That was his thing. I'm going to go low post.
Maurice, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah. So here's what he said. It was interesting. It really stands out to me when I was researching. So Andre Miller said in an interview, quote, "I had to find my niche, so I ended up playing the post game. There were times on the streets when you wanted to test each other, so you would go to post moves to see who's stronger. A lot of it is balance. Some of it is feel." So that was an interesting aspect of his development as a player.
Yeah.
Now, by the end of his senior year in high school, Andre Miller led his team to a 29-3 record and a Southern Section championship in 1993 and 1994. Lucas, what stands out to you about Andre Miller growing up in LA?
I mean, the late night, what do they call it? The midnight games?
Yeah.
Midnight
Yeah.
run? I think that's pretty cool.
And he was just a kid. He wasn't even playing. He just would tag along.
Midnight games in Compton in the early 80s.
Yeah.
That'll test your fortitude right there.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And how about being 6 years old, having to take the bus?
Yeah,
through
that's
those
crazy.
neighborhoods.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And for me, the post moves, learning that playing, well, basically street ball. That right there, once again, tests your fortitude. Even grown-ups, even grown men, we lose a little bit of athleticism. We're playing the rec games. We go right to the post moves.
Yep.
Just body for
and there
body.
He was, and there he was in high school, taking smaller guards down on the block, which is interesting. Because he was never a really thin player, right?
No, he had a good build.
Kind of had some weight to him. Despite his high school success, major programs did not exactly line up at his door, and that's where the story takes a turn. Because sometimes the quietest paths lead to the loudest outcomes. Andre Miller lands at the University of Utah, and at first glance, doesn't feel like a headline move, but step by step and dribble by dribble, something starts to unfold. Early on, he was not a star, though. You guys want to hear a quote from his former college coach?
Yes.
Yeah.
You guys know who coached him in Utah?
Oh yeah. Same Florida guy.
No, not Florida guy.
Well, I mean, he's the head coach of the Mike Donovan.
No, not
Billy
Donahue.
It was
Billy Donovan?
Dan Mata, right?
No, it's Rick Majerus.
Who?
You guys know Rick Majerus, kind of like a big guy, bald head.
Yeah, I know.
Utah coach. Yeah, he passed away a couple years ago.
Because didn't Billy Donovan start at Utah? That's why I thought of Billy Donovan.
I couldn't tell you that, but it was definitely Rick Majerus. So he said of Andre Miller, he was overweight when he came to the University of Utah, but then he had this to say. Andre defines himself as a basketball player. He loves ball. He would go find games. On days off, I had to tell him, Andre, if I wanted you to work out, I would work you out myself. He has a special quality. He played cards. He played golf. I took the guys horseback riding and bowling. He tried all that stuff. So he was open to new stuff.
Okay.
As an underclassman, Andre Miller was learning, adjusting, and blending into a system that demands discipline. But as the seasons pass, you almost hear the gears clicking into place. His game slows down, not because he's falling behind, but because he's finally controlling the tempo. And then, by his senior year, everything changes. He transforms into one of the best point guards in the country, leading Utah with a calm authority that feels almost effortless. And then comes a special moment. Trivia. What rare feat did he accomplish at the University of Utah? A, he recorded a triple-double during an Elite Eight game. B, he made a half-court buzzer beater to win the conference championship. Or he scored a 52-point game in college. I'll go to Lucas first.
Definitely not the 52-point game. That doesn't seem like him. Ooh,
I think the half-court one we would have seen.
Yeah, no, I think it's a triple-double.
Maurice?
I'm not gonna go with Lucas.
What did I do to you?
I'm gonna go 52.
All right, you should have went with Lucas.
That's right. That's right. Go with my thoughts. Thank you.
And you're the one that said it yourself. You would have seen the highlight of him hitting the half-court buzzer beater.
Shot, yeah.
Yeah, that would
But do
be
you
all over
honestly
social
even
media.
think Andre Miller's career high is 52 in the NBA? We'll find out soon.
Yeah, we'll find out soon.
Well,
but college?
No, 52 in college. We're in college.
I'm just saying.
Which makes it, less likely because of the time. All right.
Mhm.
So Utah marches all the way to the 1998 NCAA championship game. And Miller, he's right at the center of it. Not as the loudest voice, but as the steadiest presence. Even in defeat, though, falling short against the University of Kentucky, there's no sense of loss in his trajectory. If anything, it feels like confirmation. The quiet kid from LA, the one who built his game piece by piece, had arrived, not by changing who he was, but by fully becoming it. And maybe that's what makes Andre Miller's journey so compelling. In his final year in Utah, his numbers were 15.8 points a game, 5.6 assists, and 5.4 rebounds. Not too bad. Over under, how many steals did he average his senior year? Over under 2.1.
I'm going to say over.
Over.
You guys are correct. You follow Lucas for once. Good for you.
Like that Eminem song,
Yeah.
Come Follow Me.
So 2.5 steals per game. Not too shabby. So while others chased the moment, Andre Miller mastered the pace of it, moving deliberately, thinking deeply, and proving that sometimes the slow burn shines the longest. And it was this shine from his college days that made the Cleveland Cavaliers draft Andre Miller in the first round of the 1999 NBA draft.
With the 8th pick in the 1999 NBA draft, the Cleveland Cavaliers select Andre Miller from the University of Utah.
What you didn't see was the high five given by John Thompson to Rick Majerus as his Utah Ute point guard. Andre Miller is chosen number 8. Proud moment for him and for you, Rick.
I'm really happy for Andre. I'm happier for his mother. He's got just a great family, and his high school coaches here in the stands, Mike Conley. I mean, this is a nice day for Andre. He's a nicer guy than he is a player, and he's a great player. He's a great competitor. Terrific in the open court. I want to tell you, this is the best passer in the draft. He can feed the post. He can pass it ahead in transition and find the open man in the fast break. He's very efficient and tight with his game, and he can draw and kick it in the half court. He's superb at coming off a pick and roll, pick and pop. His shooting might be a bit of a liability, but I'll tell you something, his heart's there. He was our most competitive player, our best rebounder, and let me lay this stat on you. The last 100 games he's played were 87-13.
That is a stat for you. Keith Van Horn, Michael Doliak, and now Andre Miller. All first round, all lottery picks in the NBA draft.
Michael Doliak.
Yeah, Keith Van Horn. All right, so what stands out to you about Andre Miller at Utah?
One of the few players over the last generation, 2 generations, that really benefited from being at college for 4 years.
Yes.
Those years really helped him develop, because if he came out early, he would have been a late first-round pick, if that. At Utah with Rick Majerus, he really polished his game to a point where he was the number 8 pick overall.
Yeah, patience paid off in a lot of ways for him,
Wow.
Lucas.
Just like with Mike Conley, this draft is underrated. Think about this. Here are the guys that went before him. Alton Brand, Steve Francis, Baron Davis, Lamar Odom, Wally Zerbiak, Rick Hamilton. The 2 guys that went immediately after him, Sean Marion, Jason Terry.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's some good
Current
players.
Yes, current NBA GM, Trajan Langdon, okay? Corey Maggette, Meta World Peace, James Posey, Jeff Foster, Kenny Thomas, Devin George, Andre Karolinko. That's in the first round.
Yeah.
Some of these guys at their peaks were really good. I mean, you think of Steve Francis, Baron Davis, and Andre Miller as the best 3 point guards in this draft. You could argue, if you want to argue longevity.
Yeah.
Wait,
Miller
Steve Nash. Did you say Steve Nash?
Francis.
No, Steve Francis.
Steve Francis. Okay, my bad.
Yeah. You could argue longevity-wise, Miller was the best one.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, accolades might go, and peaks might go to the 2 other guys, but longevity, Miller has it here. And same thing with Mike Conley, too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And also, Lucas, what you wanted me to reveal earlier, I'll reveal now. I just realized both of these players, Conley and Miller, went to the NCAA championship and lost.
Oh.
They got all the way to the end, and they didn't quite make
They
it
lost
out
to
with
Duke,
the ring.
right? Miller lost to Duke?
Utah lost to Kentucky, and
Florida.
Ohio State lost to Florida. Yep.
I was about to say, there's like 4 Duke guys that got drafted in the first 14 picks.
Duke
Let's
is
see.
Duke.
Duke had Elton Brand, Trajan Langdon, Corey Maggette, and Will Avery drafted in the first round.
I'm not surprised.
And then, did they have any second rounders? I don't think they did.
They want to have a couple this year too.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
All right, guys. I am done my background segment. Lucas, you ready for the pass?
Yes, I am ready and set up in the corner.
Second quarter. Statistics.
They're going to grind. They play at a slow pace. So if you give them extra opportunities with your turnovers, that's problematic.
Conley floats it up and in. 8-4 run. Conley got bumped. Heaves it up. Connects! Oh!
Get away from that. I also spoke with Vince Carter, made some history. He's the first 40-year-old to make 3 or more three-pointers in an NBA game.
Hawked by Leonard. 9 seconds left. Grizzlies down 2. Conley on Parker. Floats it up and in! Tie game! 7-foot wingspan. Conley off the rub. Gets it back. 5 to shoot. Conley's floater. Banks in! Quad foot back. It was like a game of operation for Tony Parker. Conley trying to shake Mills. Does. Wrapping to the rim. And lays it home. Conley evades, floats.
Those were the highlights. Here are the numbers. Mike Conley comes in at 6'1", 175 pounds. He is currently 38 years old, was the 4th pick in the 2007 draft, and he made his NBA debut on November 7th, 2007, and he is currently in his 19th season. Now, I need to note something for you guys here, too. Mike Conley has only worn 2 numbers in his NBA career. Obviously, we talked about he's played for the Memphis Grizzlies, the Utah Jazz, and the Timberwolves. What are those 2 numbers? And I'll give you a hint. They are back-to-back to each other.
Oh, that makes it easy. I knew 10. 10 is more than majority of his career, so it's 11?
Yes, it is 11.
Yeah.
I gave you too easy.
Yeah, that was too easy.
Yeah, I was going to say that too. 10, 11.
Okay. Career-wise, his best season was not a one that he received an All-Star nod. It was actually the 2018-19 season. He averaged in 70 games 21.1 points, 3.4 rebounds, 6.4 assists, 1.3 steals, 0.3 blocks, 1.9 turnovers. 1.9 turnovers. He's averaging 33.5 minutes a game.
Impressive.
1.8 fouls while shooting 43.8% from the field, 36.4% from the three-point line on 6.1 attempts, and from the foul line, 84.5%. Pretty stellar numbers.
Wow.
Very efficient.
That's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know how he didn't make the all. Well, I mean, I know how because Russ, James, and Steph were all in their primes, but crazy how he had no accolades that season. Thoughts on that career year? Now, I should note he only averaged over 20 points twice in his career.
Okay.
But that being the highest. Thoughts on that?
I will say this. My opinion on that is, for a long period of Mike Conley's career, I think people put him in that, pigeonholed him into that system type of point guard. You know, that grit and grind, all that. But individually, he was a really good point guard that kind of constructed his game around his teammates and the system and the scheme and all that. I mentioned this earlier. When they needed a bucket, Conley can get you a bucket. For that one season, he was an all-star. I mean, a lot of factors go into that. For whatever reason, the politics, all that, he never really got the just due that he deserved as a point guard in the NBA. But, you know, the more you're around, the longevity, people see it, they notice it. Maybe he might get that call for a Hall of Fame. I don't know. It's close.
That's a really good debate topic. I just want to say that he was in Memphis so long that it's like, it's still astounding to me that he's won Minnesota. But of course, Lucas, the points per game, I did not know that he averaged over 20 points per game. So I thank you for sharing that, because I did not know that. And I always thought, like Maurice said, he's like that system point guard, unselfish, making sure everyone gets involved and not really concerning himself with his own offense, shooting wise. But clearly, the guy he can score, and he proved it in that season.
Well, let me just give some context on the 2 seasons he did average over 20. The first one was the 16-17 season. The record of the team was 43-39. David Fizdale was the coach. I just think it's interesting because Conley didn't even reach over 15 points a game until his 6th season. And he played 12 seasons with Memphis, by the way, just to give context here. The other season that he averaged 21, that season, the team was bad. JB Bickerstaff, I think it was his first season as an NBA head coach. Obviously, he's doing pretty good now, but the team was 33-49. They were 12th in the West. Like, it just wasn't really good for them. And then they did have more scores that year, but it still was not that good. So overall, like, he didn't have the teammates to support him during that time. I want to mention that, but yeah, no. So that being said, as I always ask, did he ever have a triple-double in his career?
Mike Conley, I'm going to say yes.
You say yes, Uriah?
Yeah, I think he could have pulled it off. I'll say yeah.
Nope.
What?
He's 6'1", guys.
So,
man.
Yeah, he's never had a triple-double.
Nah, it's a shame.
That being said, we are going to go to his career highs. And so, over under 42 points as a career high.
42. I'm going to go under.
Yeah, I'm going to go under too.
You are both correct. That's not the right button.
Sorry. There we go.
Yeah, so it was 40, though. 40 as a career high.
A 40 piece? That's good for him. Yeah.
He got it in, what season was this? This was the 18-19 season, yeah. Would you like to know who it was against?
Sure.
I can tell you. Give me a second.
Just
here.
a guess, I'm going to say.
Who do you think it is?
The Houston Rockets.
Okay, I'm going to give you a hint. This team during this time was known for having great offensive backcourt, but a terrible defensive backcourt.
Portland?
You are correct.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That was a good gift there.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, Portland. Yeah, so we talk about him being a steady hand, pass first point guard. Over under 18 assists as a career high.
Oh, I'm gonna go over. I think he might have gotten in the 20s.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go over as well.
You're both wrong. No, only 15.
That is surprising.
Yes, 15.
That is really surprising.
In the 2012-13 season. Steals wise, he had a career high of 7. Blocks 3, which is impressive for a 6'1" guy. 7 turnovers, which is not terrible for a point guard. And then, So anyway, that's my thoughts. Any thoughts on the career highs here?
Yeah, I think the assists, I thought they would have been higher. But then again, he never really had a superstar teammate, right? I mean, he's playing with Anthony Edwards now.
Yeah, but he's not playing the minutes that he would need to get that type.
Yeah, the minutes too.
Yeah, I look, when he was in his prime in both Utah, and you could argue a little bit, not Utah, in Memphis and maybe Utah. I mean, Utah, he had Donovan Mitchell, but like at that point, I think he had already started to be past his prime.
Yeah.
And then in Memphis, he didn't really have a go-to wing guy. And Marc Gasol, as great as a center as he is, and the same thing with Zach Randolph being a power forward, they're like teen scores. They're never like 20 point per game guys. So like, I think that plays a part of it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So anyway, that's pretty much all that I have on Mike Conley. Let's go to the professor.
Andre Miller, who at one point played in 632 consecutive games, which is an incredible streak.
One of the most durable players in league history.
Go ahead, young man. Hurt that rim.
Behind his back, fakes it up and lays it in.
To shoot.
picks it up, has to throw it up. Oh, he puts it in from 28 feet out.
It's going to be a 24-second violation on the Cavaliers. Oh!
Here comes Miller. The backboards. Here he comes.
Block shot by Andre Miller.
Backdoor, Andre Miller, reverse, fire!
Nice feed inside. Pretty pass from Miller.
Nuggets got to put it in overdrive.
Yes!
Miller back to Steph.
Those are the highlights. Here are the numbers. Andre Miller, 6'3", 200 pounds, significantly bigger than Conley, is 50 years old, just about 9 days ago. His birthday was recent. Was drafted in the first round with the 8th overall pick in the 1999 NBA draft. Made his debut November 2nd in 1999. Had a 17-year career. He is known for his iconic 24, but he wore 2 other numbers in the NBA. Now, I suspect you two, and if Ben was here, Ben could tell us as well, what one of those numbers was because it was with the Sixers. But tell me, what are those 2 numbers?
2?
Yeah, 2 other numbers.
2.
Can you give us a hint? Are they single-digit numbers
So
or
one is a single
double-digit?
digit, one is a
Okay.
single digit, one is a double digit, and within the same tens range as his famous 24.
Wow.
2 and 15.
I'll say 7 and 22.
Were you looking?
No. I remember him playing on those teams. Yeah.
Okay.
Am I right for
yes,
both?
You are right. Yes.
Damn, accusations out the wazoo out
It's
here,
okay.
man. Come on.
To be fair, if you've watched us on 14 Rings with trivia, you would understand me and Maurice's trepidation with that.
Yeah, we can be a little skeptical.
Yeah, we can be a little skeptical sometimes. That being said, despite having a super long career, we're actually going to go with his 3rd season in the NBA with the Cleveland Cavaliers, his last season. Which, by the way, I don't know why they let him go or trade him.
Yeah.
But imagine if him and LeBron were on the same team. Just saying. But that being said, he averaged in 81 games that season, he averaged 16.5 points, 4.7 rebounds, 10.9 assists, led the league that year, 1.6 steals, 0.4 blocks, 3 turnovers, 2.8 fouls while shooting 45.4% from the field, 25.3% from the three-point line, and 81.7% from the foul line. He was never a really good three-point shooter.
No.
That being said, and that's part of the hitch in his shot. What do you guys take away from that season? Do you guys remember that season? Because obviously I'm like maybe 9 or 10 when this happened.
I forgot about that season. I didn't realize he led the league in assists.
Yes, he did.
Wow. I mean, that's something you can add to his ledger as, being a really good point guard.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Andre Miller is kind of like one of those last dying breeds of point guards and that come along in the NBA that just focus on being a point guard. Now everybody has to do everything on a basketball court. But
I don't know. You could argue outside the three-point shooting, he did everything on the court too, with the rebounding, the assists, the scoring. You could argue that.
Yeah, but the thing is though, he just I don't think we've ever gotten like the best version of Andre Miller on the basketball court.
Really? You don't think so?
You understand what I'm saying?
That's an interesting argument.
I don't know why would you say that?
I don't think we've gotten like him just being the everything on the basketball. He's always had to play second fiddle or third fiddle, or he's had to construe his game to the offense, kind of like Mike Conley in a lot of ways. I don't think we've ever seen Andre Miller unleashed, if you know what I mean.
I don't know. You could argue in Cleveland. You could argue you could argue in Cleveland. I mean, I'm not trying to steal from your spotlight here,
do it anyway.
I mean, Big Z was like an all-star during that time frame, and then Denver, 2003. We know who they drafted then.
Yeah.
Maybe Philly, he had a chance to, because Philly just had one guy, and I'm not saying who that is either, not to steal your thunder, but I mean, you could argue that he had spots, just not consistently, and maybe he doesn't want to be the guy either. I mean, if you look at his career assist average, it's still probably top 100 in the NBA.
Yeah.
I don't know about the whole Andre Miller unleashed thing because I think he left it all on the floor. I don't think he ever held back. Despite
No. I'm not saying
who
that.
he
I'm just
played
saying,
with.
like, statistically, could we have gotten just him just doing everything he wanted on the basketball court?
Mhm.
I think he did do everything he wanted.
Well,
Okay,
I
fair
remember,
enough.
I do remember that season where he led the league in assists because when I played point guard. So I always look at box scores, like who's leading the league in different categories. And assists were always like my top go-to category next to points. And I remember like, man, who's this Andre Miller cat, right? And I didn't watch him at Utah in college, but when he was in Cleveland and he led the league, that's when my antenna went up and I'm like, all right, this player is a great player. He knows how to play. There's one highlight. He's known for passing, but this is one highlight where he was coming on a break and he went up for a dunk and he just threw it down. Do you guys know that highlight where he dunked with one hand on a fast break?
No.
I've seen
He's not known for that.
Yeah,
he's not known for that, but
He's
that
known
stands
for
out to me.
backing somebody down and doing a Sean Livingston mid-ranger, even though he came before Sean.
I remember
The mid-ranger, the pump fake.
The pump fakes, the crafty layups.
Yeah.
I did remember the highlight of him getting booed for not dunking on a fast break.
Really?
I do remember that. That was in like the late 2000s, early 2010s. Yeah, I think that was with Portland. I'm pretty sure that was with Portland, but he was like 33 at that point. So like I can't even blame him on that point. I do want to also say this. Just like with Mike Conley, he got overshadowed a lot by the stars of his time. And I think it's even more impressive that he led the league in assists despite that. Because think about this, 2001, 2002, you still had John Stockton. You had up-and-coming Steve Nash. You had Jason Kidd. You have Marbury. You had Baron Davis in that draft,
Gary
right?
Payton.
You had Steve Francis, Gary Payton, right? So you had guys who were known as these past first guys like Steve Nash and John Stockton, and he beat them out. When given the opportunity and really got and maybe he had better teammates than I realized in Cleveland in 2020, 2001, 2002. I'm going to leave that for Maurice, but you don't do that with bad teammates.
Right.
The guy beat some of the best in the league and arguably all time in a year of assists. Stockton, Kidd, Nash. Do I need to say any more names?
No,
he beat all three of those guys.
Nice. Good points. Yep.
So anyway, let's go to triple doubles. Over under 10 triple doubles for his career.
Ooh, that's a pretty big number. I'll say over.
You say over?
I'll go under.
Maurice, this is for you.
Is it me or is Lucas's his over unders are always under?
No, not always.
Not always. No.
Okay, all right.
It is 9 though. It is 9. And I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to do that reverse psychology. So next one that I do is going to be over, and then you're going to try to get that. Gotcha. I know what you're trying to do.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, so let's go to career highs. So career highs for Andre Miller. So he said that Mike Conley's was 40, right?
Mm.
Over, under, or tied with Mike Conley's 40 as a career high?
Andre Miller... I don't foresee him scoring more than 40 in the game. I'm going under.
You go under?
It's 50-50. I have no clue. I'll go over.
Okay. Uriah, this is for you.
Hey.
Oh, he went over. Okay.
I remember this game, and I'm surprised you guys don't. He was in Portland. He was 33 years old. He scored a 52-piece.
Really?
Yeah, he scored a 52-piece. It was a big deal at the time.
52 points?
Yeah,
that might be,
and it was against
go ahead.
Dallas Mavericks.
That might be an example of playing in Portland and not noticing it. Because I would have remembered that one.
And you know how I said, Jason Kidd, and at this point in Kidd's career, he was in Dallas. He was a defensive guy. Not in this game. Nope. Nope. Him and Jason Terry got lit up. So 52 points. I mean, outside of that, he never got over 40. I think his second career high was like 37.
Ooh, he was hot that night.
Yeah, he got hot. Look, 52 piece.
Hot like fire.
Hot like fire. So he also had a career high of 10 rebounds too, just like Conley. Conley's assist was 15 as a career high. Over, under, or tied?
He threw that tie in there. I'm going to go with tied.
You say tie.
I'll go over.
No. I want to go over 2.
Okay.
That's low for him.
Yeah, it is over. By the way, a mistake. It was 12 rebounds, not 10. But it is 22 assists.
Oh, wow.
Whoa. That sounds about right.
Yep.
He had it in his 3rd season with Cleveland. He also had a 20 assist a game when he was with Denver before being traded to Philly in the 2006-07 season. And that was it. That was the 2 times that he eclipsed 20. Still pretty impressive, though. And then he had 9 steals. 9 steals. That's
pretty good.
That's the same Cleveland season, too. Yeah. So career high. So his career highs that Cleveland season was 10 rebounds, 22 assists, 9 steals, 37 points.
Wow. That's a heck of a.
That's really impressive.
Numbers really stand out for him.
Mm-hmm. And just for record, for that 52-point season, his career highs in the other stats were 10 rebounds, 16 assists, 4 steals.
Okay.
So anyway, but his career highs for steals is 9, blocks 3, turnovers 10.
He wasn't a slouch defensively.
No, he was a menace. That's why he lasted so long.
Yeah.
So anyway, any thoughts on any of those career highs?
I really want to go with the 52 points, but something tells me Maurice is going to go with that. So I'll go with the steals.
No, you got to do that.
No, because in my segment, I mentioned he averaged 2.5 steals a game in college.
Well, I see.
Which is
you're
pretty
right.
darn good. What?
I thought you were stealing the 52 points on that trivia question you gave us from the NBA, because I remembered that.
Oh, no, I didn't even know. That was just a random guess that I put in that trivia question. Yeah. But 9 steals that Lucas said. Getting 9 steals in the game, it's not many players that can say they've accumulated that many in a game. So I'll go with steals.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the 52 points, the 22 assists, that just kind of goes back to my point I made earlier about seeing Andre Miller at his highest productivity on a team for a season, at least one season, if not for a couple seasons. No, he's always had to be the number 2 or 3 or 4 guy. I would have liked to have seen him be the main guy, the number 1 option on a team. Maybe he could have put up more points per game, more assists. Maybe. I don't know.
But let me ask you, is that his temperament? Does he have the temperament to be a number 1 guy?
Yeah,
I say no.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that same thing. There is a way you can resolve that, Maurice.
What?
It's called Xbox.
I actually love playing as Andre Miller on NBA and NBA Live and 2K back in the day. I actually have all my PS4 consoles games here, so I have NBA Live 15 and then 2K 17 through 23.
Yeah,
so
2K.
Anyway.
Yeah.
And on that note, usually I pass it to Ben, but he's on the IR right now, so I'm going to pass it to Uriah instead.
All right.
Third quarter, accolades.
Do you have like a mulligan rack where you could just stick another rack when you start missing? Like you get a whole one?
All right.
They need mulligans.
So here's Mike Conley, who had a very impressive 28 in the first round. We locked in, Utah.
He's locked in?
Come on. You locked in, Utah.
I don't know, man.
That's a 25 points.
Great start. Good start or great start? Great start. That's a great start. Hey, he's off on this. He's off on this one, man.
Okay, he needs both. How much is this worth, Kenny?
Oh, that would have been 3.
All right, here's his
He was great in the first round on this. He made 4 or 5. Yeah.
Okay,
he's back in.
Yeah, this is cash.
Yeah, he made 4 or 5 again.
He needs this.
He made 4 or 5.
Now he needs the 3 ball.
Just to keep Steph interested.
Yes.
Okay. Now we're ready.
Come on, team.
Now we're ready. 18.
You gotta. I'm telling you, you gotta at least get 25 to make Steph think about it.
No, you need 25 to make the country not turn off the TV.
That's 21 going to the last rack. Okay,
he's in it. He's going to make it.
Utah!
He got it. He's going to make it big. He's making him think about it. He's going to make him think.
I say
Okay.
27.
Now it's a match. Now Steph has to think.
Okay, Steph.
You think Steph has to think?
Yeah, he's got to think about this now. 42% shooter in the regular season, 28 in the first round, 27 in the second round, and again,
Solid effort.
makes Steph Curry got to work.
He's got to work here. He's got to work.
I'm going to tell you, Steph will get 34.
No.
34 this.
You could be looking at the first lefty three-point champion.
I got 31 by Steph.
Think about this. Added late to the game. Added late. Sub it in for Devin Booker in this competition as well, Ernie.
He's been in the Rising Stars, he's been in the Skills, and now in 2021 he's an all-star for the first time.
Okay, so that was Mike Conley participating in the three-point contest. He did not win, though. What? No, Steph Curry. Steph Curry turned into Steph Curry, and
Steph Curry things,
and reminded Mike Conley that
I was about to say, as soon as I heard Steph Curry was playing, I was about to say, as soon as I heard Steph Curry and the thing, I'm like, oh, well, he didn't win that.
No.
I was like, is he trying to throw us off? No.
But he went toe-to-toe with the greatest shooter of all time, and that was interesting. I completely forgot that he even participated in that competition. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over the college awards first, and then the few NBA awards that Mike Conley earned. So I'll go with, remember, he only played 1 year, right, at Ohio State. So he was the 2006-2007 All-Big Ten first team, 2006-2007 also Big Ten All-Freshman team, and he was 2007 All-Big Ten Tournament first team. Did he get any awards for being in the tournament? That's my question for you guys.
Didn't he get most valuable player?
I'll come back to you on that. What do you think, Maurice?
Geez. I don't remember, so I'm going to follow Lucas. MVP in the tournament.
Okay. Well, he made the 2007 NCAA All-Tournament team, and he was 2007 All-Tournament or All-Region NCAA Tournament. So he did accumulate some nice awards, even though he only played 1 year at Ohio State.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Clearly, had he stayed another year or two, he would have accumulated more awards, but he hopped to the NBA. And while he was in the NBA, he did earn a All-Star appearance. He's a one-time All-Star. Did he make any all-defensive teams? Lucas, yes or no?
He made one.
And Maurice?
You want to go two?
Two? All right. Lucas, you were very confident. And as a result of that confidence, because you're so sure of yourself and you were so certain and you had no trepidation about responding so quickly, I'm going to give you this. You thought I was good. You thought I was good.
No, I knew I was right.
Lucas was like, where is he going with this?
I'm like, why are you trying to make me feel a certain type of way, sir?
Nah. He did get a 2012 all-defensive team. And here's probably the number one thing he will be remembered by. And people who've ever been in contact with him, fans, coaches, teammates, they all say how wonderful a person Mike Conley Jr. is. He is a four-time, I'll say that again, four-time Sportsmanship Award winner.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah. All right. So, Maurice, anything stand out to you about any of those accolades?
Should have been more than a one-time All-Star.
Okay.
He only scored over 20 points twice, and during that time, during his prime, you had guys like Steph Curry, Damian Lillard, James Harden, Westbrook. I mean, he wasn't gonna get more than one.
Yeah, it would have been nice because
it would have been
an unselfish player.
Yeah.
But the numbers don't add up for him. So, Lucas, what about you?
You know, it's interesting. I feel like if he would have stayed in college, you could have argued that he could have had one of the better point guard careers in college if he had stayed 4 years.
Yeah. How about not only if he stayed, what if Odin had left right? He left, and then maybe he becomes the number one guy. Maybe he becomes a scoring point guard. That changes the trajectory of his whole career.
I mean, despite not being a scoring point guard, he still got drafted 4th by Memphis, and he got drafted by with his co-star that year too. One of his two co-stars, and Marc Gasol, who, by the way, that was the whole entire Pau Gasol thing, which we talked about in one of our previous episodes. What ifs?
Yeah, good point.
We need to do another one of those. Just saying.
Coming up. All right. Speaking of coming up, we're going to go to the other side, and we're going to talk about the awards earned by Andre Miller.
Rick Pitino recently said the death of the point guard has arrived.
There are no point guards anymore. The days of John Stockton are long gone. There are no more point guards. Chris Paul's probably the last one.
I agree, and just to be in the G League and even be around some college players, just the conversation alone with some of these, so-called point guards, is unfortunate, but it's a scoring game.
Yes.
And these guys believe that, in order to make it, you got to put that ball through the hoop.
What is your approach coming into a game?
Are you unselfish? Are you monitoring your teammates' behavior and how they approach the game? Like, somebody might have had a bad day today. Like, you know what, man, I got to get you the ball today. Like you haven't had a good game in a while. You know what I'm saying? Let me get you going. Like that takes a lot. It's not just going out there and passing the ball, but you got to be really unselfish and really get your teammates involved and get to know them as a person.
When you have all those type of weapons, you got a Carmelo, you got a JR, you got a Kenyon Martin, you probably got some guys off the bench that need the ball.
We had a crazy team, and
y'all was good too.
I'm a point guard, and I got to set the tone in practice. I got to be available every day. And it's like, of course, you hear how they talk about George Karl, you know what I'm saying? And so it was like, George is like, Dre, we got to get them to practice. They're like, what you want me to say to them dudes? You know what I'm
just
saying?
to get them to practice?
To practice. Or some days, some guys just didn't have it. Like, what you want me to say? Like, I'm going to just go out there and try to lead by example.
Right.
I might joke around and do something different in practice because we all get tired of the repetition. So let me make a couple jokes.
Okay, it sounded like All the Smoke podcast.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, Andre Miller, he speaks like a point guard. The pride that he has in getting his teammates involved and motivating guys, being a leader.
I could definitely see him as a coach.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, if he wanted to. I don't know if he wants to, though. He sounds like a guy that could just be happy with retirement.
You can hear the West Coast lingo, a little accent in his voice. But so anyway, college-wise, Andre Miller piled up quite a few awards. Let's start with 96-97 WAC Conference All-Defensive Team, 97-98 All-WAC First Team, 97-98 WAC All-Defense, and in 1998, he made the NCAA All-Tournament team just like Mike Conley. And also like Conley, he got the 98 NCAA Tournament All-Region, AP Preseason All-American. Didn't even know that existed.
I guess so.
98-99 Consensus All-America First Team. And he was the 98-99 WAC Player of the Year. My goodness. Wow.
That's a lot.
Yeah. All right, so what stands out to you about his college awards, Andre Miller?
WAC Player of the Year. I didn't even know that. Yeah, I mean, that's very impressive. Be the best player in your conference and still come into the NBA and people overlook you.
Yeah.
Well, you're the best player in your conference at a D1. That kind of tells you right there, you got a really good game, right?
That says it all. Yeah. Yeah, good program in Utah. He definitely shined out there. Lucas, anything standing out about his college awards?
He was 8th overall in that draft. If he had gone to a bigger college than Utah, because Utah hadn't made any type of real splash yet in terms of like conference play until like, what was it, 2007, 2008, whenever they came to the Pac-12, Pac-10, Pac-12, whatever you want to call it. If he was in a bigger school, what would have happened then? How many more awards would he have gotten?
That's a good point. Yeah, it's a shame. I'm sure he wanted. I can only imagine him not getting a lot of attention from recruiters collegiately, and how many teams like UCLA or Cal who passed on him They probably wish they would have at least given him a shot at a scholarship.
Mm-hmm.
So Andre Miller, just like Mike Conley, not a lot of NBA awards. However, he was all-rookie team. Was he first or second all-rookie team? Lucas, what do you think?
Oof. I remember his stats. That would have probably gotten you first team all rookie. 11-5. Yeah, I'm going to say first team all rookie.
Yeah, I got to go first team too.
Well, you guys are correct. Yes.
Yeah.
Andre Miller, first team all rookie team. 2001, 2002, Lucas mentioned this in his segment. He was the assist leader for that season. And the only other NBA award that I could find was he was player of the week 4 times. So again, not a lot of hardware that he was able to take home, but just a solid career, longevity, respect from his peers, his coaches, and just a solid player all around. All right. Anything for the greater good for Andre Miller, guys?
No, I think, look, I mean, I know he almost got a few 6-man of the year a few times, but he didn't get it.
Okay. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know.
Well, yeah, if you go on Basketball Reference, you can see, next to their next to their season.
Did he? How close did he get? Did he get like third or fourth?
Hang on, let me show you. Let me pull it back up. Give me a second. He was 18th and 6th for 2 years, and his 4th in the Rookie of the Year voting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's pretty high.
Yeah, I mean, look, you had Elton Brand, you have Baron Davis, Steve Francis, you had a few other guys.
Oh, yeah, he's not competing with those guys. Yeah.
So yeah.
All right, Maurice, you ready for the pass, sir?
I'm ready in the post.
Fourth quarter, teammates.
My first thoughts, and when I seen Mike Conley, I always thought, like, bro, you got a aggressive bone that you can reach the plateau of, simply because it's like, yo, bro, you shoot better than 80% of the point guards in the league. Like, your creativeness and get me on this back cut is like insane. Like, bro, you always hit me. Damn, they're better than Rondo. And so I was just always looking forward to seeing Mike Conley come out one game and, I ain't dapping the point guard. Westbrook do it all the time. I ain't dapping the point. I wanted Mike to have it, but Mike's so much of a generous guy. Like, we're going to play the game, a fair game, and bust your ass at the same time. Like, Mike had that mentality.
Bust your ass smiling.
And bust your ass smiling. And I always respected it. And I noticed that as I got older and, understanding who Mike was.
Can I just say that was hilarious? They said he would bust your ass smiling. Oh, my God. That is hilarious.
I love it. Yeah.
Did y'all know who that was?
Yeah. No,
that sounded like KG.
No, it was Tony Allen.
That was not KG.
Oh, Tony Allen.
Oh, that's Lucas's guy.
Okay. I mean, that makes sense because he was saying Rondo. That's why I thought it was KG at first. No. Okay. Tony Allen. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about Mike Conley Jr., drafted with the 4th pick in the 2007 NBA draft. I do find it interesting that his dad was also listed as one of his agents. You guys know that?
Okay.
You know that?
No, I did not know that. It makes sense, though.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Shout out Pops. All right, so let's go to his rookie season, 2007-2008, Memphis Grizzlies. They were really bad. That's why he had the 4th pick. 22-60. Anybody remember their coach?
That year's was Lionel Hollins.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Say, you follow Lucas. He was wrong.
Really?
What? See, when I follow him, he gets it wrong.
The coach was...
Who was it?
A former Sixer, Mark Ivaroni.
Who?
Shut up. I didn't know he was a coach.
Okay. Yep.
Mark Ivaroni?
Yep, he was a
Okay,
coach.
then Lionel Hollins had to have taken over the next year after or something like that.
Not too far.
The next year was Ivaroni, Johnny Davis, and then Lionel Hollins.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Some of his teammates his rookie year were, I forgot about this, Kwame Brown.
Kwame Brown. Well, yeah, no, it makes sense because they traded Gasol the year before for him.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah. Jason Collins.
Yep.
Paul Gasol.
Right.
So, no, that trade happened mid-season then.
No, because remember, they traded...
Are you sure you're looking at the right season?
I'm on the 07-08 season. So
how could they have traded for Mark's pick if Mark was in the same draft as Conley? No, Conley got drafted in it was 07.
So that was the
Hang
same
on.
season. It was in the middle of the season.
Maybe traded for the draft rights. They traded the draft rights for Marc Gasol. That's how that happened, because Mark didn't come to the NBA that year. That's how that happened.
Well, you're confusing me because they said it's middle of the season. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Mark didn't play that season he didn't play Conley's rookie year. He didn't come until 2009.
Okay. All right. Now I got you.
Okay, we good. We good now. We good.
Like I mentioned, Rudy Gay.
Yep.
Kyle Lowry. This was Kyle Lowry's second season. Yeah. Forgot about that. Darko Milicic.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
Really? I didn't know he made his way to Memphis.
Yeah.
I vaguely remember that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know he was in Minnesota.
Right.
Good. Mike Miller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love Mike Miller.
Yeah.
Great shooter.
Lucas, do you remember Juan Carlos Navarro?
I think he was a point guard, wasn't he?
Yes, it was.
Vaguely.
Well, shooting guard. I'm a shooting guard. Yeah.
He was I remember seeing him on NBA Live 2007. I don't remember him playing.
That name does not recall in my brain, though.
There's a name that you remember. Damon Stoudemire.
Hey.
Wow. Okay.
Wasn't Stromley Swift on the team too? Or
Stromile Swift.
Yes. Yeah.
LSU. Hakeem Warwick.
Yep.
Yeah. I liked Hakeem.
Syracuse, I think.
Yeah, Syracuse. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Jason Collins, Gerard Crittington. Really good young defensive team here.
Yeah.
The big what if they would have kept Marc Gasol instead of Powell, maybe things would have been.
You mean kept Powell Gasol versus Mark?
Yeah, Powell. Yeah, the other Gasol,
Gasol for a Gasol.
Yeah, Gasol for a Gasol. Yeah, what if? But anyway, let's move on to the 2012-2013 Memphis Grizzlies. Their coach that year was Lionel Hollins. They went 56-26.
Wow, that's
they lost.
That was peak
grit and grind.
Peak
grit and grind.
They lost. They got swept though in the Western Conference Finals to the Spurs.
Yes, they did.
But they beat the Clippers and they beat the Thunder. The Thunder they had like the big three at that point.
No, it was 2013. James Harden was gone.
Let me check.
They traded.
He was gone.
Jeremy Lamb and Steven Adams for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. This is Lucas' era. My bad.
Yeah, and then Clippers they had just gotten CP3. They didn't have the role players, and Blake was still young.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some of the teammates that season were Tony Allen.
Yep.
Jared Bayless.
Oh, yeah, Jared. Yeah, shout out Jared, helping us get Jimmy Butler.
Mm-hmm. Wayne Ellington.
I liked Wayne Ellington. Wayne Ellington was a nice shooter.
Yeah, he was.
He had a nice shot.
Yeah.
Miami.
Once again, Rudy Gay. Now they have Marc Gasol. Tayshaun Prince.
Yep.
Maurice Spates. A couple Sixers.
Hey, mostly.
Tony Roten.
And
Zach Randolph.
Yep.
Okay.
That was that team. Tony wasn't playing a big role on that team, though.
A lot of good lefties on that team.
Yeah.
A lot of good lefties. Yeah.
So let me ask you guys this question. So far in the career of Mike Conley, who do you think was the most influential player?
Marc Gasol.
Marc Gasol?
They were a tandem. They were the two best players on the
why did it sound like you said Arkansas?
It did sound
you
like
did sound
Did it really?
Who's Arkansas?
No, Marc Gasol. Maybe I said it too fast. I'm sorry. Yeah, Marc Gasol.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not going to overthink it. I think that inside-outside game was a tremendous contributor to their success. So, yeah, Gasol, you can't go wrong with that.
There was only two passing big men at that time, and that was Joakim Noah and Marc Gasol. And Marc Gasol, people would argue, was the better one. It's your pick your poison type thing.
Who won the most games with Mike Conley as a teammate?
Oh. I'm going to say Zach Randolph.
Yeah, Zach seems like the safe pick here. He was always an Iron Man, and I know Mark got injured a few times.
Yeah.
Well, you're both wrong.
Wow.
But here's the thing, though. Marc Gasol played 3 more seasons with Mike Conley. than Zach Randolph.
Yeah, that actually checks. Yeah.
So Marc Gasol played 11 seasons with Mike Conley. Zach Randolph played 8. And Marc Gasol and Mike Conley together won 392 games. Now, number 2 was Zach Randolph with 324.
Can we pause for a second and just say that I know they've retired Zach's number, and I think they've retired Mark's. I don't know if they have yet or not, but they should retire Conley's. Basically,
they will.
They probably
they got to, right?
He's got to retire first, though. He's still in Minnesota.
But anyway, I just think that has to happen, right? He's the best point guard in franchise. Can we say that Mike Conley was the best point guard in Memphis Grizzlies history?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, based on numbers.
Yeah.
Numbers
someone
and
might,
time
someone might argue Jason Williams. I don't know if he was
not long enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so third on that list with 276 was Tony Allen. Britt Brine, baby.
Good. Yeah.
All right, so let's move on.
I want to know fourth.
Who was fourth?
I want to know fourth. Yeah.
After I just closed it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
no,
just
keep going. Keep going.
Just keep on going.
All right, let's move on really quick. Mike Conley Jr. did have a long career. We went to the 2020-2021 Utah Jazz, 52-20. Their coach was Quinn Snyder. Some of his teammates with the Utah Jazz were Bojan Bogdanovic, Jordan Clarkson,
Yep.
Derek Favors.
Oh, yeah.
Lucas's favorite big, Rudy Gobert. Ersan Ilyasova, Joe Ingles, George Niang, and of course, Donovan Mitchell.
Okay.
I wish he would have stayed there a little bit longer, but he went on to move on to the Minnesota Timberwolves. So I'm gonna highlight the 2023-2024 Timberwolves. Their coach was Chris Finch. They went 56-26. Really good team. They lost to the Mavericks though in the Western Conference Finals. I think this is the furthest Mike Conley's ever gotten in the playoffs. Well, he
got to the conference finals with Memphis.
Yeah. I just said that too. I forgot about that. Yeah. So he hasn't got to a finals. Neither has Andre Miller. Some of his teammates were Nikhil Alexander Walker, Kyle Anderson, Rudy Gobert again, Luka Garza, Jaden McDaniels, Uriah's favorite player, Shake Milton, Monte Morris, Naz Reid, Karl Anthony Towns, and of course, Anthony Edwards.
Man.
So he's played, I will say this, Mike Conley's played with a lot of great players over his career.
He played 19 years, yeah.
Real quick, some other teammates I didn't mention, O.J. Mayo, Royce O'Neal, Courtney Lee, Vince Carter with the Grizzlies, JaMychal Green, Julius Randle.
They do have at least one crossover. I'm sure there's more, but it's on the same Minnesota team. Cat. They both played with Cat.
Carlson Towns. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, okay.
Cat was a rookie Miller's last year.
There you go. All right, so
never would have thought that.
Yeah, so which teammate stands out throughout the career of Mike Conley Jr.? I'm going to start with Uriah.
Hell yeah. Anthony Edwards, man. That guy, I think, is could be the face of the league. I know recently he did some type of promo with former President Obama.
That was a good one. I like that.
He's reluctant to take that torch, but I think when you have a point guard like Mike Conley giving him the ball in the right places, the right spots, I mean, his leadership and veteran experience has done nothing but help that team excel in playoff contention. So I would say Anthony Edwards, and I think Anthony Edwards has helped him as much, I've seen a lot of footage with them. Yeah, just giving him an opportunity to be productive and to be a vital part of an important team's offense. So yeah, I would say Anthony Edwards.
Yeah. I mean, that's so tough.
No, you're gonna go Memphis. That's your team. That's your time period.
Yeah.
The question is who though? Who?
Who?
Yeah.
Let me go with Zach Randolph because he doesn't get enough love on this podcast.
Zebo.
Yeah,
I love Zebo.
Yeah, look, I think that they helped each other. I think, Zebo obviously was a rock for him. Probably the scoring wise, one of the better options that he's had early on in his career. And then Mike helped Zach rehabilitate his career because Zach was not somebody people wanted to touch for a very long time. He bounced
Because of
around.
his attitude problems?
Attitude problems. He started out with the Portland, with Portland when they were known as with the, what is it called? The Trailblazers, not the Blazers.
They used to call them the Jailblazers.
Jailblazers, yeah.
Ooh,
yeah.
ouch.
He was a part of that group. And then, he just had bad stints in like the Clippers and, just stuff like that. So I think being with Conley really helped rehabilitate his career as well. So,
all right, we will move on to Andre Miller.
Most underrated player. It doesn't mean you have to guard him, but just in general, who's the person you don't think gets enough flowers? But
I'm gonna say Andre Miller. In my time,
yep,
Andre Miller.
Loved Andre Miller, dude.
Andre Miller.
Andre Miller.
I hated Andre Miller, bro.
One of the NBA's most underrated best point guards to ever grace the court.
Andre Miller, one of the best point guards to ever play basketball, bro.
Everybody, if you're a real sports basketball fan, you know who Andre Miller was.
Come on now.
Andre Miller was one of the most underrated point guards that ever played this game.
He didn't even lace his shoes up tight. Like he would he was old school, like take his shoestring around his ankle and then tie him in the front.
Okay.
And this shit be so loose and it's like
was slow as like you wouldn't even think he could play, bro. He looked like your wild cousin. He ain't brush his hair when he about to play.
His game was so awkward and just like if you watched it from afar, you'd think he was garbage.
All of a sudden, he'd just be hooping.
That man was a bucket and a problem.
Andre Miller, bro, that post up.
That man put me in the post, man, did whatever he wanted to do with me, man.
Mm-hmm.
I was so mad. That man was strong. That man could score that ball. He was crafty.
His passing ability.
Andre Miller taught me so much. On the court, he would always ask me, what you see? And I'm like year 3, 4, so I see things, but not on his level or not like to the level I see things now.
That was a bunch of guys giving Andre Miller praise.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a great edit, too.
Yeah. All right, so let's talk about Andre Miller, drafted by the Cleveland Cavaliers with the 8th pick in the 1999 NBA draft. Let's get into some of his teammates his rookie season. 1999-2000 Cleveland Cavaliers, 32-50. Anybody remember the coach?
No.
Of the Cavs? Oh, my Lord.
Was it Bernie Bickerstaff?
No.
Was it Mike Brown?
No.
No.
No?
Hold up. It was another guy whose kid's now coaching.
10 seconds.
Is it a Dunleavy?
No.
One of the Dunleavys? All right. Tell us who it is.
I don't know.
Randy Whitman.
Oh.
Nah, I never would have gotten
No, wouldn't have guessed that one.
All right. Some of his teammates were Earl Boykins.
Hey.
Okay.
Yeah. Benoit Benjamin. Danny Ferry.
Mm-hmm.
Sean Kemp. Remember Sean Kemp with the Cleveland Cavaliers? That was the end of his career.
Okay.
Wow.
Trajan Langdon.
No. Okay.
Danielle Marshall.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Lamont Murray, Wesley Person, and Bob Sora.
Bobby Sora. Okay.
Okay.
Andre Miller played with so many teams. So I'm not going to highlight every team he was on, but I do want to skim through some of his teammates, and I'll mention some more teammates at the end. Let's go to the 03-04 Denver Nuggets. Their record was 43-39. Their coach, Jeff Bzelic. Some of his teammates were Chris Birdman Anderson, Carmelo Anthony, John Barry.
Remember when we did the Jameer Nelson episode and I was like, why didn't Denver just keep him? Now we know why.
Okay.
Earl Boykins, Marcus Camby, Michael Doliak, Nene.
That's a good team.
Yeah, Rashard Leonard, Rodney White, and I'm missing someone. Who am I missing? Oh, well, Andre Miller himself. Yeah. And Mark Pope. Yeah, this was a really good team. They were young, though. When Andre Miller was there, he was the one kind of like giving the leadership there. I think from a years played standpoint, John Barry had the most years played with 11. This is Andre Miller's 5th season at that point. And of course, Melo was a rookie that season. All right, so I'm going to go one more team that I'm going to ask a question, and it's the 07-08 Philadelphia 76ers. They went 40-42. Who was their coach?
DeLeo?
07-08.
Doug Collins. Doug Collins?
Eddie Jordan.
Eddie Jordan?
You're all wrong. Mo Cheeks.
What?
Really?
Mo Cheeks. Oh, my God.
Yeah, Mo Cheeks.
We named everyone but Mo Cheeks.
I thought Mo got fired at that point. My bad.
Nah.
Wow.
Executive was Billy King and Stefanski. Obviously, they lost in the first round to the Detroit Pistons. Some of his teammates were Calvin Booth, Rodney Carney, Samuel Dellenberg, Reggie Evans, Willie Green, Andre Miller, Kyle Korver, Kevin Ollie, Lou Williams, and Thaddeus Young. Throughout the career so far of Andre Miller, who do you think was the most important teammate in his career so far?
Wow.
Lucas?
That's tough.
I'm going to say Melo up to this point.
Important? I think Andre Miller was important for Melo.
Right?
I mean, Melo was the first real star that he ever had. No disrespect to Big Z, but let's be real.
Right.
He's the first real running mate that he had.
True. You're true.
Wow, that's tough, man. Just because I watched a lot of him play in Philly, I'd say Andre Iguodala, because they were the two Dre's, that shared the same name, and there are a lot of alley-oops that Andre Iguodala was on the receiving end because of Andre Miller and his precision passing. Correct me if I'm mistaken, Maurice. The Sixers made a playoff run with Andre Miller, right?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, so I think even though they overachieved with lack of, I guess, true star players, Andre Miller was kind of the fulcrum for that team, and because of his steady leadership and his experience. So yeah, I'll say Andre Iguodala.
Okay, fair enough. I'm gonna go right back to Denver. The 2013-2014 Denver Nuggets. Their coach was Brian Shaw. Their record was 36-46. Some of his teammates were Darrell Arthur, Aaron Brooks, Wilson Chandler, Kenneth Faried, Randy Foyle, Evan Fournier, Ty Lawson, JaVale McGee.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Timothy Mozgov, Anthony Randolph, and Nate Robinson. I highlighted that season just because I think statistically that was one of Andre Miller's best seasons.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I highlighted that one. Andre Miller has played on a lot of teams: Cleveland, Portland, Spurs. He's played a lot. He's played a lot of places. And it seems like the running gag where Andre Miller has always been, like, he's played for like forever. Who won the most games with Andre Miller as a teammate?
Oh my Lord.
This is going to be really hard. I'm going to give you a hint. It's a player that's played with him on multiple teams.
So someone who was traded with him, maybe with the Denver package.
No, I know who it is.
Who?
Nene. He played with him in Denver twice and in Washington.
Ryan?
I don't know. I'll go with Lucas. Nene.
Lucas led you off another cliff.
Really? Really?
Nene was 5th.
Really?
Okay.
Number 1 was Marcus Camby.
Ooh. Okay.
They played 6 seasons together with the Nuggets and Trailblazers.
Okay. I didn't know he was in Portland, but I do remember him playing for the Nuggets, Marcus Camby.
They won 177 games together. 168 was Iguodala. Eric Boykins was 3rd with 150. Carmelo Anthony was also at 150. And then Nene with the Nuggets and Wizards with 132 wins.
Okay.
So like
Still
I mentioned,
not bad.
Andre Miller been everywhere, but it's only one teammate that stands out the most? Who is it? Lucas?
I still think it's Carmelo, but
yeah,
actually,
I would say Carmelo. The one that stands out, it would be Carmelo Anthony. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you could argue like John Wall, Bradley Beal, or Damian Lillard, but
in his prime years, it had to be Melo because Denver was really good when he was there.
Yeah. No, I think that's fair. All right, guys. So while we've been doing all this, I have been doing some research, actually a lot of research. Here are the names, and I've only gone back to as far as Miller's Sixers teams that I have cross-referenced that are both teammates of both guys. Jared Bayless.
Okay.
Mo Spates.
Yep.
Okay.
Rudy Gay.
Okay.
Ben McLemore.
Okay.
Damari Carroll. Costa Koufos. Darrell Arthur. And that's who I got so far. But I think this is the most like cross-reference teammates that we've really
never
ever
had that many. Yeah. Well, that's because they played forever and they bounced around.
Miller 22 times.
Yeah. Pretty much in the same era. Not kinda. Pretty much the same era.
I mean, they were 10 years apart of being drafted almost, like 9 years apart.
That's not that much.
So,
yeah.
No.
All right, that's it for the teammate section. Let's wrap it up.
Now that we've given you all the facts on Mike Conley Jr. and Andre Miller, it's time for you to make your case.
At this point, it's not about our opinion, it's about yours.
We'll see you on your favorite social media platform. You can find us on X, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Threads.
For the sources of information in this episode, you can visit our website, nbanowandthen.com. Also visit our website to sign up for our monthly newsletter and check out our comparison articles.
Don't forget you can follow the NBA stars we featured on today's episode through their social media.
You can follow Mike Conley on Twitter X at mconley11 and Instagram at mac11.
And although you can't find any social media handles for Andre Miller, he does have his own website. You can check him out at coachandremiller.com. And on behalf of Lucas and Maurice and Ben, who's still not with us, we appreciate you guys checking us out. Remember, we're rebranding Basketball Now and Then. Check us out on social media, follow us, and please rate and review and let us know what you think of our show. Recently, we are in the top 100 of NBA podcasts based on FeedSpot. And just to be specific, we are number 56. So with your support, we can climb all the way up to number 1 because why not? All right, guys. Thanks for listening, and we'll check you next time. Take care.
Peace.
And unfortunately, there is no social media presence that I could find for Andre Miller, but I'm sure you could find him on Google. What do I say?
Yeah, go find him on Google. You guys do the work.
Wait a minute. Is he like doing something with the G League?